2 Samuel 16:23. Absalom followed Ahithophel's advice, just as David had done. For every word Ahithophel spoke seemed as wise as though it came directly from the mouth of God. New Living Translation. Offense took seed in Absalom's heart, and it turned into a revengeful hatred. Absalom's hatred toward his father turned the hearts of the people in the kingdom away from his father, the king, toward himself. Today we see in our scripture how the seed has now made Absalom follow senseless and sinful advice, even making it appear that it is godly advice given by a godly man. This is a very important truth to understand. When we allow offenses to take root, not only can they turn to hatred and bitterness, not only can they cause us to undermine authority, but it can cause spiritual blindness to the point we do sinful things in the name of the Lord. Ahithophel had been one of King David's best advisor, and word came to the king, Ahithophel was now backing Absalom. David prayed Ahithophel would give Absalom foolish advice. Ahithophel comes to Absalom telling him he is now backing him and asks what he can do for him. Absalom asks for advice, and Ahithophel tells him he should sleep with the king's concubines. Foolish? Senseless? Sinful? All of the above. Not only was Ahithophel unable to give godly advice because of his abandonment of the appointed anointed king, but Absalom received this word from the Lord because his heart was full of hatred and rebellion against God and against his father. And because Ahithophel was living in rebellion, he was unable to give godly advice, even though he had done so for many years. Have you ever wondered how people could make such silly decisions about life or follow silly advice from others? Have you ever wondered why it is that some people are always in difficult places? I suggest it may be because of an Absalom spirit. They were offended at some point in their lives, never ever took care of the offense, still live in anger and resentment, thereby clouding their ability to see clearly the direction of God and clearly hear His voice. It can happen. It did happen. And it can very easily happen to us if we are not careful to not take up offenses. People who live with unresolved offenses can rarely give godly advice, either because their mind is clouded or their ears are deaf to God. I love the words of Corrie ten Boom, and I am only paraphrasing. When people criticize me, I make it a bouquet of roses and give it to the Lord. When people praise me, I make it a bouquet of roses and give it to the Lord. Great advice. Don't take up offenses, for when they take seed, they cloud our hearts and minds for God's purposes for us.